Hello, and welcome to the show. I am your host, Antoinette Blake, the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, and I am here with you every Saturday at 10 a.m., bringing you podcasting pointers that will help you to expand your brand online by simply using your voice. You can reach out to me by sending an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com, and you can find and follow me on all my social media platforms by simply using the Linktree ID A Blake Enterprises. Again, welcome to the Delaware Blogger Podcast, and make sure you share this episode and any other episode that you found to be of interest with your family, your friends, your bae, and your boo too. And until the next time, see ya. It's the DE Diva. Do you want to reach your parishioners? Expand and broaden your brand. Put your sermons online for church members and others to access anytime? Well, let me tell you, podcasting is a great way to share sermons, your teachings, and daily devotionals. It's going to give your followers a regular dose of inspiration and motivation that they can easily incorporate into their busy lives. Today, on episode number 311 of the Delaware Blogger Podcast, I'm going to be addressing podcasting from the pulpit. That's right. Podcasting from the pulpit. Have you been treated unfairly because of your race, sex, LGBTQ plus status? Become a certified discrimination investigator and help the world eliminate discrimination and unify the world. Biz of EEO. From EEO contracts to careers and everything in between. They are your entrepreneur and career experts. Reach out today at 202-434-4544 or send an email to information@preemptcorp.com. Again, 202-434-4544 or email information@preemptcorp.com. There are so many benefits to creating a church podcast. It's a convenient way to provide inspiration to your followers. And you know what? A church podcast offers members who cannot attend services a chance to stay connected, right? Stay connected to the church. Even prior to the pandemic, now we're in the pandemic and post-pandemic, this is a great way to broaden your brand and expand your exposure online. You can stay connected. You can also offer Bible study, devotionals, or even in-depth teachings. A church podcast brings your message into the followers' regular lives. They can listen to it on their way to work, while they're having coffee in the morning, whether they're out gardening or just relaxing. It gives them a sense of connection throughout the week and not only on Sunday. So let's think about this. How to start a church podcast? Well, obviously, you're going to choose your content. And it will be dependent on what you want to put out there. You can do your weekly sermons, or you can create a special holiday message. You can do key passages or even create the content for your weekly Bible studies. Guess what? You can even repurpose old content. Yeah, most churches, when I grew up, we were doing recordings with the tape recorder. But now you have recordings that are either on CDs or YouTube videos and, even Zoom now. So you can easily convert that content. If it's an MP4, you can convert it to an MP3 and upload it to your site. And there are many easy, free programs that will convert your MP4 to an MP3. The second thing you want to think about is your hosting site. Who's going to host your podcast? Who's going to host the church podcast? When I first started, I was on Anchor FM, and it's still a great platform. But there's EC Podcast Media, There's Buzzsprout, Libsyn, and so many others. And they're the ones that ensures that your files are easily uploaded and easily available to your followers. They are affordable and they provide all the tools that you need. And some will even provide a blog or a website, or you can include your podcast episodes in your current website, your church's website. And so that way your followers can enjoy your content anywhere, whether they're on the phone, on their computer, or if they like to read it in a blog post. The third thing you're going to do is record. That's right. Record your content. Record your sermons. Turn those sermons into a podcast. 3 easy steps. You can record it using your smartphone, or you can record it with the church's recording equipment that you already have, or you can get a parishioner or someone else to do it. That's right. When I attended Mount Pisgah Church in Middletown, I recorded the minister's sermons, and then I would take them home and I would upload them to YouTube or to their Facebook page. So you can designate a church member to do the same thing. You can do it yourself, clip on, an easy mic, and you can do the editing later. And then the fourth thing, obviously, is going to be publishing and sharing it. So you record it and you publish your podcast directly to your hosting platform and simply upload those files, right? And they do the rest. You can add some show notes. You can add scriptures. You can add links to some events that may be coming up, church dinners, events, trying to sell tickets, fundraising. That's a great way to include that in your podcast episodes or as additional text. That's right. It's easy breezy. Get the word out. Get your content out there, because taking that podcast and adding it to your marketing, your brand, is going to get even more ears and eyes on your church. And there's so many benefits to starting a church podcast, and it doesn't have to be hard to do. It's one of the easiest ways to broaden the outreach to church members and beyond. And if you need assistance, just send an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com. That's right. And before I let you go, I'm going to give you 3 steps to starting a church podcast, because I don't want it to be overwhelming. You can simply turn those sermons into a podcast, and creating a church podcast is easy breezy, especially in today's world. So 3 things you want to do to start a church podcast. Record your sermons or any other teachings or devotionals or anything else that you'd like to share, Bible study. You can record this on your phone. You can record it on your computer, or you can have somebody record it. And then you're going to upload that MP3 file to your hosting platform, whether it's Anchor or EC Podcast Media, Buzzsprout, or Libsyn. And again, using your phone, you can leave the phone close to the pulpit, right? Just put it there. Put it near the pulpit to record your sermon. Or you can use a headset. You can use earbuds, however you like to do it, because you can, edit it later with Audacity, which is what I use as well. You edit that recording later and you'll be good to go. Then once you do that, you're going to publish your sermon. Create a title, a description, so people can find out what the topic of your sermon was about. And make sure, that message is accessed and uploaded to all platforms. Obviously this is going to go to iTunes and to Google, and there's iHeartRadio. There's so many others out there, SoundCloud. So make sure that you upload them so that it's available, on all platforms, Spotify, Anchor, whatever the case may be. And the last thing you're going to do is share, or promote your podcast from the pulpit. Share that. You can easily share it on your social media networks. You can embed it into your website. You can share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, whatever apps that you're currently using. Make sure that you're sharing it, and so that members can listen to it when they can't make it to church. And we're coming up on a season where it's going to start getting cold and snowy and rainy. So make sure that they have your sermon. They can reflect and deepen the relationship and the understanding and the connection in their daily life. And with the advancement of technology, this has definitely opened up a new way, new worlds for us to connect with church members as well as first-time guests. So one effective way to connect is to podcast your sermons. And if you've never done it, it may sound or might seem intimidating. I assure you that it doesn't have to be. You can create a simple, effective sermon podcast on a budget and without technical expertise. And I can help you. So send an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com or check out some previously recorded episodes of the Delaware Blogger podcast to learn more. Remember, podcasting from the pulpit can broaden your brand and expand your exposure. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Delaware Blogger Podcast, because every week I am bringing you podcasting pointers that will help you to broaden your brand and expand your exposure online by simply using your voice. And if you'd like to be a sponsor for the show or you have suggestions, please send an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com. You can find and follow me on all my social media platforms by simply using the Linktree ID A Blake Enterprises. Check out my other podcast, Out and About with Antoinette, every Wednesday at 1, where I'm interviewing some amazing people from in and around the state of Delaware. So until the next time, make sure that you share this podcast with your family, your friends, your bae, and your boo too. And I'll see ya when I see ya. See ya, it's the DE Diva, aka the Delaware Blogger.